Woolly and wee woolly, they are Woodrow Wilson sheep. Woolly and wee woolly, they are the White House sheep.
Hey, Wooly, do you like riddles?
Yes. Do you have a riddle?
Yes, and it's a hard one. What do a raccoon, an alligator, a badger, a horse, a mockingbird, a one-legged rooster, a snake, rats, and opossums all have in common?
Well, it can't be they all have at least 2 legs, because there was a rooster with only 1.
Keep thinking.
They're all animals, but I cannot think of anything they have in common. I give up. Tell me, please.
They were all presidential pets. Can you believe it?
No way. An alligator?
Yes. President John Quincy Adams received an alligator from General Lafayette of France. He kept it in the bathroom of the East Room of the White House. That alligator was kept in a bathtub. Imagine washing your hands and all of a sudden you hear something in the bathtub. You check it out and it's an alligator.
Was this the only alligator?
No, but according to some, the 31st president, Herbert Hoover, had a son who had 2 pet alligators. Beauty and Beast visited the White House, but lived in a pond at the Hoovers' home in Washington. They eventually received a permanent home at the Smithsonian Zoo.
Well, alligators are an unusual pet. Were there any other strange animals that resided at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, better known as the White House?
Yes, there were hundreds of pets, from snakes to opossums to goats. Let's start with the goats.
Someone had goats?
Our 16th president, President Abraham Lincoln, had a son named Tad. Tad liked to tie his 2 goats, Nanny and Nanko, to a chair and let the goats pull him down the hall like he was in a chariot. Our 23rd president, Benjamin Harrison, had a goat named Old Whiskers. One day, Old Whiskers was tied to a cart, and in the cart were the grandchildren of the president. All of a sudden, Old Whiskers took off running, cart, kids, and all, throughout the White House gate. President Harrison took out after them. Luckily, Old Whiskers finally came to a halt, everyone was fine, and returned to the White House.
Now, didn't President Harrison have opossums too? I think I read it in a book.
Yes, he did, Wooly. He had 2 opossums named Mr. Reciprocity and Mr. Protection. These were gifts to his grandchildren. These 2 could be seen running around the White House.
Those are some bizarre pets. Any more?
What do you think about a one-legged rooster? Our 26th president, Teddy Roosevelt, had 6 children, so there were many pets. Besides a one-legged rooster, the family had dogs, snakes, rabbits, and more. One of the biggest dogs was a St. Bernard named Rollo. A gift to the president, all 200 pounds of Rollo loved everyone. The children, the president, and the visitors at the White House.
Now, do you have a favorite strange pet?
Yes, I do. Our 30th president, Calvin Coolidge, had a pet raccoon named Rebecca. Rebecca used to be put on a leash and then walked around the White House. I would love to have seen that.
Oh, that would have been quite the sight.
I also like the pet of our 35th president, John F. Kennedy. The Kennedys had a white rabbit named Zsa Zsa. The rabbit was a gift from a magician. He gave it away when the rabbit got too big for the magician to put out of his hat.
I used to love to watch the birds fly around when I was grazing on the White House lawn. Were there any amazing birds?
As a matter of fact, there were. Our 3rd president, President Thomas Jefferson, had a pet mockingbird named Dick. Dick had a cage and the door was always open. The bird liked to sit on the president's shoulder or perch on the couch. Often, Jefferson would put a piece of food between his lips and Dick could come take it from him. As many know, President Jefferson played the violin. When playing the violin, Dick would sing along.
Oh, that's quite a bird. Any other great stories like that?
My favorite is about a bird named Washington Post, named after the newspaper. Belonging to our 25th president, William McKinley, his yellow-headed parrot was a true patriot. President McKinley would begin whistling the opening to the song Yankee Doodle, and Washington Post would finish it. Now that's a talent.
You know what animal was not always my favorite? Horses. Many presidents had horses, but most horses were not always kept at the White House. Any good horse stories?
Right you are, Wooly. Many horses were kept on the grounds or nearby, and there were a couple of good horse stories. Take, for example, the pony Algonquin. Belonging to Archie, the son of Teddy Roosevelt, Algonquin did not see the inside of the White House. While recovering from measles, Archie really wanted to see this pony. His mother felt that he was not fully recovered and she would not allow the pony to visit. One of the staff decided Algonquin should take a visit and put the pony in an elevator. Algonquin shivered and looked around as the elevator began to move. Archie was so excited to see his pony, he let out quite a scream that caused Algonquin to slip onto the floor and make a loud crash. I think the Roosevelts knew about this secret visit.
I remember reading about Caroline Kennedy's pony named Macaroni. Appearing on the cover of Life magazine, Macaroni and Caroline made quite a hit. Macaroni received lots of fan mail from everywhere. The photo also inspired a very famous song, one of my favorites, Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Have you ever heard the song, Wee Willie?
I think I have.
I think I remember seeing some cats around the White House, didn't I?
You did. Many presidents enjoyed having felines in the house. Our own President Woodrow Wilson, our 28th president, had 2 cats named Mittens and Puffins. Rumor has it at times one of the cats would jump onto the dining room table only to have a squirt of water sprayed into his face to get him off the table.
I have a favorite cat, Socks. There must be stories about Socks.
Definitely. Socks, a black and white cat, was part of the 42nd President Bill Clinton's White House. Apparently, Socks was a stray cat that jumped into his daughter, Chelsea Clinton's arms as she was leaving her piano teacher's house back in Little Rock, Arkansas. After moving into the White House, Socks was definitely a presidential cat. He could often be found in the Oval Office perched on the shoulders of the president. I'd like to think that Socks was giving the president advice about important matters of the day. Socks sometimes made personal appearances in a special carrying case complete with a presidential seal and even had his own fan club. What a life!